Hello, everybody, and welcome to the show. I'm Timmy B, and this is FLA Exposure. This one is brought to you by East Coast Financing. Check them out at eastcoastfinancing.com. Don't let bad credit or no credit stop you from owning the vehicle of your dreams. I love that sponsor. Go check them out at eastcoastfinancing.com. Guys, today on the show, of course, we're leading right into FLA 17. Don't you dare miss it. Get your tickets now at fightleagueatlantic.com. Get your tickets now. Order the pay-per-view. Tell all your friends. Tell everybody you know about it. FLA 17. You've seen the card. It's looking stacked. And we have this man coming on the show right now. He first stepped into the cage in 2022 after amassing a perfect 4-0 record as an amateur, capturing the FLA amateur flyweight title and defending it. This man now makes his pro debut at FLA 17. He fights out of Charlottetown, PEI, representing Henzo Gracie, PEI. Please welcome Dylan General Sheppard.
Hey guys, how's it going?
What's up, buddy? Dylan, you're looking good, man. How are you?
Feeling good too.
Yeah, good, my friend. Like, welcome back. It's been so long since the FLA fans have had a chance to see Dylan Sheppard in there. What's been going on? Why the long hiatus? Why haven't we seen you?
I guess it's just how the matchups were scheduled over the summer. I wanted to take a little bit of more of a period between an amateur and pro transition.
Okay.
And then September, my original opponent fell out, and then we weren't able to come to anything on a new opponent.
Okay.
It became to a point where I thought it was too short notice for my first fight. So then we're kind of here in November.
Nice. All right, man. Hey, look, you're a guy who's played your career very smart, right? You went into the amateur ranks. You earned that flyweight title in your third fight. You play it smart, though. You defend it. You're the first, I believe you are the first FLA fighter ever to defend an amateur title. What was going through your mind to do that before turning pro, and how did that all come to happen?
Well, Coach Matt McGrath said, like, after 3 or 4 fights, that as long as I go well, we can turn professional depending on where I am. And then it just so happened that they had a slot on that card and they wanted me on it, and they had an amateur opportunity before they had a pro one. And I thought it would have been cool to, like you said, defend the belt, and because it hasn't been done yet. So at least I could say I was the first to do that, or try to do it, kind of thing.
Yeah. Do you subscribe to the adage that you're only a champion after you defend your belt?
Yeah, it would be more of a legitimate champion for sure, but like it's at the end of the day, it is an amateur belt, and obviously I hold it up higher than the other fights, but it's all just groundwork for the professional fights. So
very nice. But it is, it's kudos to you, man, defending it, because that's a lot of pressure, right?
Yeah.
To go in there and defend that title, because if you didn't win, if you didn't come away with the victory, that could have been weird in your career. But congratulations to you. You defend it. You do a great job. Here you are. And then, of course, you're signed to a multi-fight deal with FLA for your pro ranks. You get your debut now coming up at FLA 17. How excited are you to make your pro debut?
I'm pretty excited. I feel like this has been, I didn't expect this definitely 4 or 5 years ago when I had texted my coach saying that I'm out of high school now and I want to try to train to have a fight after watching the UFC card. So pretty cool that we're here and signed. And then at the end of the day, I have some fights that I have to fight at the end. So it feels good.
Yeah, it's pretty awesome, man. Who is it in the UFC that inspired you to become a fighter? Like, who do you aspire to be, or who's your idols in the UFC?
Well, prior to being like a huge, like, watching UFC, like I knew who Georges St-Pierre was because he would come, he'd sponsor some guys when I did judo in Quebec.
Oh, nice.
So like I never got to meet him personally then, but I would talk about him in grade school, talking about how he's a idol or hero or whatever because he's Canadian. And then it ended up that I was just doing judo and needed a transitional sport to stay in shape. And guys that I watch now are like, I think my favorite guy to watch or anticipate fights are Charles Oliveira. So nice. I'll be looking to get the night over with on the 16th and go watch him because he fights on the same day.
Yeah, there you go. There you go. So good old Charles Olives and General Sheppard can get wins on the same night. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, yeah,
You're also making GSP feel old, saying that you watched him while you were in elementary school. But I guess that's what's happening now with the new breed.
yeah,
Uh, so this fight though is at bantamweight,
correct.
if I'm not mistaken. This is your first bout at bantamweight.
Yeah.
All right. And so what's the idea there? This is the weight class that you want to be in. This is where you feel most comfortable at. Was that something that had always been on your mind, or how did this come about?
It dropping to the 35 was discussed before I even fought. Like my coach just wanted me to comfortably make amateur weight, and then eventually, like if gone professionally, then professionally cut to a lower weight there.
Okay, okay. All right, nice. And the general, I've referred to it a few times, but before we started the podcast, you kind of gave me a hum or a ha. Dylan General Shepherd, I've asked you before, that comes from Modern Warfare, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. All right. And so for the people that don't know, that haven't heard the story, what is that? And for people that maybe don't play the video game, what is that a reference to?
It's actually, I just like it because I usually play the like I don't consider myself a villain in the sport, but I I play the that was one of the first games of my favorite Call of Duty I played back when I got it one Christmas, and General Shepherd's a pretty known guy in that game, so I give nicknames around the club and stuff, try to hand them out. So I try to give myself one that made a little something people would get maybe sometimes, but
Nice,
yeah,
nice.
that's the only thing that stuck so far. No one else gives me one, so
All right. And that's the thing, right? With fighters, they always say, and for people that don't know, right, that you're not really supposed to give yourself a nickname. People are supposed to give you one. Before the podcast, you said something very interesting. You said, you want to see how your pro career takes you, and you feel that the nickname will kind of come from that.
yeah, yeah, I just want to earn a nickname if given one. Like I don't mind not having one or anything. I don't like I personally don't display general myself on any of my social medias, but like I last fight it was pretty cool that it was said because like all my buddies know what it means and they were in attendance, so it was fun in that way.
Nice. That's awesome, man. So, well, for the FLA fans out there, man, when we're watching you at FLA 17, feel free to flood the socials with the nickname options for Mr. Dylan Shepherd here because he's open to it, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. FLA 17, of course, taking place in Moncton, New Brunswick, in the Moncton Coliseum. So very exciting to be there in the big lights, man. Your whole career has been under FLA banner, right? 4 amateur fights there. Now you're going to be your pro fight debut here. How incredible has it been to have FLA support you through this journey?
It's been really good, and it's been really like I would say easy going. I feel like sometimes with other promotions, guys I hear are having like tough times getting fights, talking to the owners, receiving emails, getting stuff done prior to the fight, uh, dates, missed opportunities, kind of thing. So I feel like for me, it's been pretty smooth, and a lot of it, what goes on for me, happens behind the scenes, and I'm just going through it, playing life normally, and then fighting at the end of the day.
Yeah, nice, man. No, I'm happy to hear it, man. And I'm happy because, Derek and John, of course, the owners of FLA, kudos to them, man. They put on an incredible product. For those that are watching FLA Exposure for the first time, thank you so much. And make sure that you hit up Fight League Atlantic, right? Go get the tickets now to support Dylan. We're going to watch him kick ass on FLA 17. Your opponent is making his FLA debut. So that's exciting. He's an unknown, perhaps, to the FLA crowd. He is a local man. He does have a kickboxing background. What do you know about your opponent, Mr. Patrick Haish?
um, yeah. So when it was offered to me, like it's not there's not super in-depth detail on anything about him
Right.
from my point of view. I know he is a kickboxer. I know I mentioned there that he has a couple fights. He has a older fight in kickboxing on YouTube. He has an amateur fight on YouTube as well. The quality's not great, so quite a while ago. Uh, I know he's a I know he's a good athlete, and I know he is a like trains well and currently goes to a good gym. So I think he's going to be a kickboxer that knows some grappling. And yeah, preparing for everything.
All right. And what would you like to say to him if he's watching right now? What words do you have for him?
Um, on the spot with that one. I'd say my last fight I fought a grappler that knew some striking, and it ended up a grappling match. And this time I'm fighting a striker that knows some grappling, so could end up another way than that one.
All right. Modest in your approach. You don't want to give everything away. But on a
Yeah.
scale of on a scale of 1 to 10, how do you rate yourself as a fighter?
1 to 10, probably like give myself a humble 5 right now.
Oh,
Ton,
wow.
up, humble, like I'm climbing a bit, but tons of room.
Nice.
Um, went to I went to Niagara Top Team with Cam over the summer, and they got some good 135ers and 45ers, and like they're really good, but they're also some of the top guys in Canada. So I didn't feel like I was absolute garbage. so so
That's good.
it was refreshing to see that I was able to do something, even being nervous being over there and for the experience and everything. So
Nice, man. Yeah,
yeah,
that's right. And that's right. And yeah, so of course you train with Cam Nelson, who's going to be back on FLA 17 as well. He's a teammate of yours. And yeah, that's right. You guys both went down to cross train out at Niagara Top Team. Bunch of killers out there, man. UFC vets, Bellator vets, everybody's out there.
yeah,
Tell us a little bit about that experience though, because we saw Cam Nelson come back at FLA 16. I'm telling you, man, I was there. He was a different animal. I feel like his cardio was so much improved. He was just confident. Everything there. He seemed like a different man. Will you? What was your experience in this journey?
yeah. I think all that training helps, right? And different looks. And unfortunately I was only able to go for a week due to I have to work from here. I have to work at the dental office. So my Cam was able to get a remote job, has a remote job, and was able to stay out a little longer. But he brings back some experience as well that we're able to use and improve and get better. Yeah, I feel it was good. I got to meet the team. They're super nice. Got a bunch of guys and girls there that I got to talk to as well.
Yeah.
So yeah, coach is great, and yeah, I look to go back sometime after this fight, hopefully, if all is well.
Nice, man. That's pretty incredible. Yeah, I know. I know lots of the fighters there. Of course, Josh Gentleman Hill is out there. Mike Malott is out there. One of my close friends, Alana, the Alanimal cook, she's out there, and I know that she was training with Cam and yourself, right? So, what were you able to do out there? What were you able to do and bring back to your gym? Like how obviously you're learning from them. Are you able to bring some of that training and learning back to Henzo Gracie?
Yeah, like there's some good drills. There was some good tips from some of the guys there that I got to train and roll and spar with, and then on top of that, just to like different looks on things that we do at the gym, and then improving upon it. I would say, and then the relationship building, obviously, where I'm coming back and I know these guys now, and I can reach out and show maybe up at the gym sometime in the future, hopefully. And I seemed like I felt welcomed, and it seemed like they wanted me back. So it's a good sign that I wasn't, like I said, wasn't terrible there. So it's all good.
Are you now you seem like a modest guy. Were you tapping them all out, knocking them all out? And was
No,
that what really happened?
no, that's not what
No?
happened.
Oh, okay, all right, all right. No, man, I'm really proud of you and happy to see what you guys are doing out there in the cross training, of course. Now, FLA, for those that don't know, for those again that are watching for the first time, can you tell people what kind of experience do you get at an FLA event?
A good one. Like I used to think that you weren't. I used to think that going and watching a cage fight would be kind of just okay because everything's on the cage, and it's if you're way in the back, you won't see anything. But I've been like I was the first fight on my first in my first fight, so I was able to actually watch the rest of the card
Right?
after, and it is a great experience. I got to sit with friends, and it's a way better view than you'd think. It's projected up high, and honestly, like the back seats, honestly, in the general seating is probably even just good enough. I'd say the fans and the supporters are the ones that sit cage side, but the general seating is where you can see really well as too. So yeah, no, I love it. The last card was really good because I was a corner and I got to watch most of the fights as well as corner 3 of them. So like I said, near full house in Pictou, so it was good.
Yeah, it's incredible, man. Like really, like the event is incredible. The lighting, the setup, everything. It's so professional. Like you don't understand how incredible it is, and the event is going to be incredible there. Uh, Dylan General Sheppard, General for now. Dylan General Sheppard. I'm going to give you the last word, though, my friend. What would you like to say to the fans, viewers, and listeners watching about your fight coming up? What would you like to say to them?
I'd like to say thank you, first of all, because I've had a bunch of people reach out to me and support me in ways that I didn't think that they even were aware of or that I was aware of. So I'd like to say that, especially to my family that's helped me out a lot during this camp and supported me. And to the fans, I hope you enjoy the fight that I bring. I think I've evolved from my last fight, and the mindset's a little different. So I think it's all positive, and I can't wait to get in there.
All right, man. Dylan General Sheppard, we're so excited to have you back making your pro debut. It's going to be incredible. Again, of course, it's Saturday, November 16th, FLA 17. Get your tickets now at fightleagueatlantic.com. This episode of FLA Exposure was brought to you by eastcoastfinancing.com. Thank you so much to them. Dylan, thank you so much to you. Thank you for your team. Thank you for all that you do, man, for the FLA. Guys, grab your merch when you get out there. This stuff is incredible, man. I'm sure you've got tons of it, Dylan. Guys, let's see you out there, guys. And thank you, Dylan, so much for joining the show, man.
Yeah, no problem. Thank you very much for having me.
See you in a few weeks.
Yeah, see you later.
Have a good one, guys.